have of the current. The tighter ones we're going to woot, and the ones on the site, so I should get that messaging off about end of January, that we're in February. And once we know when the new ones are going to be here, they'll be like the new updated, and we'll just close out what we have.
I think that's.
Okay. I just don't want to start doing that until we have some idea when the replacements are going to be here.
Right.
But if we can time it properly, we'll just clear out everything we have, and the replacements will be the new and improved, slightly different. We may have to change things a little. But I like the name, so I don't want to change the name.
Yeah.
And people like the name.
So I'm looking now at the printed label that you've.
Did you pull up the springboard?
Well, these are just labels.
I just said the springboard.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they're just two of the different labels. That I just wanted to send you close-ups of how they, another Eddie Bauer printed interior waistband. That other one was how Ralph Lauren on some of their will do their sizing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the more we go with tagless, the better, since the entire population seems to have sensory integration disorder now and can't handle tags.
Right.
So, might as well.
I think that's why everybody's printing and doing stuff like that. Then I sent you two more things, Scott, and it should say Urban Jungle. The heading on the email should say Urban Jungle, and there should be two images there also.
Okay, just takes a while to download this. I mean, regardless of our discussions about full-time, I mean, you're effectively full-time, to get these things done over the next 2 months.
No, I understand completely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to pull all of these things into technical sketches and whatnot, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Urban, it's coming.
Yeah, I'm going to go grab my list while we're downloading, because I think we need to make a decision about, from my inventory analysis yesterday, there's some products I want to talk about.
So stop in today, and you'll find out that there is no reason to drive somewhere else when you can get service from factory-trained techs and warranted parts at
Okay, so that one, Scott, there's a really, really cool fabric that's on that first Urban Jungle board. See that sweater?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually, the fabric swatch is below it. The one side is a sweater knit, and the other side is fleece. It's a reversible fabric.
I love that.
So you could do an incredibly good front.
I think that's gorgeous. I mean, that is.
Lycra, it's reversible, and that sort of plays into that. You're going to not have as many pockets as you would have on another style, but by the nature of the fact that it's reversible, play into that travel thing. Really get max.
And as long as it has a couple purposeful pockets.
Right.
And you got multiple outfits by being able to reverse it. I think
could those sleeves come off? I think that would look good as a vest too.
I have to see what the construction restraints are because it's a reversible fabric. I would see a lot of this as an overlock stitch, a flat lock, so that you didn't have any sort of seams visible, so that it was completely reversible.
I think I would.
It was really cool.
And that's the sort of thing people would lose a sleeve.
Oh well, that's their problem.
I know, but it's just that versus any of the other jackets I can see, that's the sort of thing where they lose.
No, I think that's gorgeous. I think that's awesome. I love that. It looks the screen. It's hard to tell the color of it.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's my monitor.
It doesn't matter. It's so cool looking.
I mean, we're almost.
I like it better in that family, but who knows?
So when I look at this right here,
that's the basic flat.
Right.
Okay.
The fabric that I have with that swatch, Scott, is it's an Oxford kind of weave. So it's sort of a rugged weave, but there's an insulation. It's a layered fabric.
It kills me. That's the one I like the least, and we'll sell the most of those.
Yeah. And you know what? Let's just one color. It's called basic
it's
black,
basic
and we're
black.
not doing blue.
I don't know if you heard me. I said I like that the least of everything, and we'll sell the most of that because that is like the classic SCOTTeVEST. Dumb.
Maybe we call it the classic SCOTTeVEST. I don't know.
We had so many classics. We can't do another classic for a while.
So that fabric was actually sent to us by Richard. So and it's the nylon. It's an exterior has a very Oxford steel. Then there's a clear PU coating. Then it's got a thin slate insulation liner, and then the back side of it that would be against the skin is microfleece. So it's a 4 layers, but then you've got this great. The underside is fleece.
Wow.
So I think that that's another one of those situations where it sets it apart. It's clean on the exterior, but you've got that extra warmth factor.
Yeah, I think that's it's clever. And where are we in the sample process with this? Well,
I know, we're nervous. No. I mean, you saw my email about the tipping. I mean, this is.
And I'm going to send an email to everybody today saying exactly, talking to them about your numbers and saying, we're going to a huge rush situation. Whatever we need to do to up the sample making process to get things coming through faster is what we need to do.
I will literally write a check or wire $5,000 per factory. I don't care what it costs.
Remember, it's Chinese New Year next week.
I know that. But these people need to move us in line.
I'm hoping that I can start cranking. Once I get these to you, and then when you're on Chinese New Year, I'm just going to, we're going to prioritize and say, this is the #1 jacket or pant, and just start going like that.
Because even if we pick that, even before we have everything finalized, I can start working numbers and figuring out what we need to order.
I like this board.
Size breakdowns and crap like that at some point.
So that's, that's the top one is that reversible liner, but I did it in the color like you saw it on the motorcycle jacket. You've got the orange gray on one side reversing to a black all over quilt on the other.
Yeah.
That's hot.
I love it.
That's really hot. And I mean, I might just start with one color. I mean, we don't have to.
Yeah, I had said that if you wanted to run it in 2 colors, what I was saying, you could do the charcoal orange and black, which is shown there. You could also then do a black and charcoal on the outside, reversing to a light gray.
I think that's a good idea.
So if you had somebody that liked the concept but didn't want that orange, which we all think is incredibly cool, but if you're not going to be, you're going to be playing in the same color family, giving somebody a more neutral option as your second choice. And then the vest underneath that, that vest fabric that I have, the fabric that I have is shown in light blue on one side and ivory on the other side. But it's a double fleece. It's a double layer fleece.